Right guys, hi there, how are you doing? I'm Lance. I'm going to be introducing you to some QiGong. Particularly today we're going to focus on just 3 fundamental breathing techniques. The first breathing technique is what we call belly breathing. The second one is called reverse breathing. And the third one we call wave breathing. So just to give you a little bit of background, the belly breathing has always been understood as originating with the Buddhists, so it's also sometimes called Buddhist breathing, whereas your reverse breathing is called Taoist breathing, and your wave breathing tends to be a combination of the 2 breathing techniques. So I'm just going to cover a couple of just physical mechanics, and then I'll go into what we actually visualize with each breathing technique as we go along. So let's just get stuck straight in. I hope you guys are enjoying your quarantine and we're giving you some interesting things to do while you have the time and the energy to just focus on yourself and having a good time. So with Buddhist breathing or belly breathing, what we do physically, as far as the breathing is concerned, we are developing the lower part of the lungs and we are using the belly in order to breathe. So if you breathe out naturally, and as you breathe in, the belly expands like a balloon. The belly button pushes away from the belly button. Actually, what you want to do is as you breathe in, you push the belly button forwards and you push the kidneys backwards. This helps pull the diaphragm down and helps draw oxygen into the lower parts of the lungs. Really good for helping to strengthen the lower part of the lungs. And that's the first part. So let's just try that quickly for a couple of breaths and get the hang of that. So just take a deep, gentle breathe out. And then as you breathe in, if you want, you can actually place your hands on the belly and on the back. As you breathe in, push the kidneys and the belly button away from each other. As you breathe out, allow the belly button and the kidneys to move back towards each other. Let's do this for a couple of breaths. Breathing in, pushing the kidneys and the belly button away from each other. Holding the breath just for a few seconds and then breathing out as the belly button and the kidneys come back towards each other. Now keep doing that, and while you're doing that, I also want you to place your hands on your hips or on your love handles, and as you're pushing the belly button and the kidneys away from each other, I want you to try and push the sides of the belly outwards, also on the in-breath. So when you breathe in, just to exaggerate the movement, we breathe in. And you breathe out. Breathing in, expanding in all directions, outwards. Let's do 3 more of those. Now we're going to add one more element to the breathing technique, and that is we're going to start to contract the muscles between the pubic bone and the anus, what we call the perineum or the pelvic floor muscles. In Chinese we sometimes call this the tricky gait because it requires a little bit of concentration in the beginning to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes quite natural. And if you want to just try that, on the in-breath, relax the pelvic floor muscles. If you want, you can actually even push it downwards towards the ground. So you're almost expanding the balloon outwards and downwards at the same time. So try that as we breathe in. And as you breathe out, I want you to contract the pelvic floor. Just lightly contracting the anus and the muscles you use when you are weeing and you try and stop to wee. When you breathe in, expand the belly like a balloon in all directions, relaxing the pelvic floor muscles. And as you breathe out, feel all the sides of the balloon squeezing inwards, coming upwards as you contract and pull or contract the pelvic floor muscles. In yoga, they call those muscles the bandha or a bandha. It's one of the bandhas. Breathing in, we relax the pelvic floor. Let the belly expand in all directions at the same time on the in-breath. Try and breathe in fully, but very relaxed and soft, like a baby's breath. So don't force the breath. Don't try and make too much of a noise. Breathing in, expanding in all directions like a balloon. And as you're breathing out, allow the balloon to condense back towards the center, including the pelvic floor. We contract and pull it up towards the solar plex or towards the diaphragm. Keep breathing like that now, just to get used to the mechanics. We're going to do that maybe for about 9 breaths or so. And then I'm going to add a visualization to the technique. At any point, if you want to place your hands in front and behind the belly or on the sides of the belly, please feel free to do that. And just keep breathing as fully as you can. The lungs, the upper chest does not fill up. It's mostly all happening in the lower belly at this point. Try not strain, so you breathe fully, but don't strain the breath. The breath needs to still be relaxed. Full, complete, but soft like a baby's breath. If you watch a baby when it's just born and as it breathes, you'll see the belly really expands and condenses. So you want to keep that in mind. And also the breath as you're breathing in and out is almost like waves brushing up onto a shore and then brushing back into the ocean. Hands can be on the knees, hands can be clasped or placed on the belly, just to help you get used to the breathing. And always maintain a gentle smile on the face. Bring your awareness down into the belly. And now we're going to start adding a visualization to the picture. If you want to open your eyes while you keep breathing, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that there is a little funnel entering in through the top of the head. If you want, you can even tap the top of your head. And just smile at the upper energy center or crown chakra. And tap that for a while you're breathing. And then as you let it go, imagine that there's a straw. And as you breathe in, you want to draw down a luminous golden or white light down into the belly. And on the in-breath, you imagine that the belly is filling up with this luminous white or yellow golden chi. On the out-breath, as you're breathing out, you're lightly contracting your stomach muscles, the kidney muscles and the love handle muscles in. You're squeezing or condensing this luminous mist into what we call a pearl of light, about the size of a ping pong ball or even a bouncing ball, but you want to condense it so the out-breath is long and slow and very, very intentional and mindful. When you breathe in, you're going to imagine that you're breathing in through the crown of the head all the way down into the belly. The belly is filling up with this luminous smoke or mist or chi. And then on the out breath, you want to condense the chi into this concentrated ball of light. And we're going to do this for a couple of minutes. If you want to use a hand motion, which is also I find very helpful, on the in-breath I like to turn the hands and expand them. And then on the out-breath, condensing, condensing, condensing. Let your smile grow bigger, 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 bigger. Let that condensed pearl of light get brighter, brighter, brighter. And hold it at the center of the belly until you breathe in again. Breathing in, down through the straw, through the crown of the head, through the neck, through the chest, down what we call the thrusting channel or the energy center line. We expand the belly, breathing the chi in. And then as we breathe out, condensing the chi. Contracting the pelvic floor muscles on the out breath. On the in breath, expanding the balloon in the belly, drawing the chi in. And condensing. Now that we've got the idea, breathing in. Condensing. On the out breath. Try and keep the body as relaxed as possible. Once you've got the hang of it, you can clasp your hands and just carry on using the visualization and the physical breathing technique. We breathe in, expanding the balloon in the belly, drawing in the chi through the crown of the head all the way down to the belly. And then on the out breath, as we condense the chi into the very center, the very heart of what we call the lower dantian or the lower elixir field in the belly, we increase, we turn up our smile all the way up to about 80-85%. Feel it radiating as it concentrates out into the universe. And then as you breathe in, drawing more chi down into the belly. Gently smiling as you breathe in. As you're breathing out, really bring all your awareness into the center of the navel, condensing the chi by focusing your mind, your attention, your feelings, and smiling into the very heart of the belly. Every now and again, just check in with the body, relax the legs, relax the shoulders down and away from the ears, relax the jaw bones. Just a very gentle tensing of the stomach muscles as you're breathing out. As you're breathing in, you relax, breathing in, chi comes down. Chi condenses. Big smile as you breathe all the air out the lungs. Breathing in. Breathing out, we contract the pelvic floor muscles, condensing the chi, contracting the stomach muscles and the kidney muscles. Breathing in. Follow the chi all the way down the energy center line. Let the belly fill up like a huge cavern or chamber. And then breathing out. Breathing in. Chi coming down, filling the belly. And as you're breathing out, condensing the chi. Take note of any subtle sensations happening in the body as you're doing this. Eyes can be open or closed. Some people find it easier to concentrate with the eyes closed or at least semi-closed. In time you can do this breathing technique with the eyes open as well. Try and relax as you breathe out. The only muscles you're tensing are the stomach muscles. Breathing in. The breathing in is very natural, filling the belly. As you're breathing out, long, slow, gentle, smooth breath. The out breath is longer than the in breath. We really focus the attention into the navel to help store and collect the chi in the belly and the lower dantian. Breathing in. Don't forget to smile as you breathe out. Happy chi, charging your chi with good feeling. Let's do 6 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Following your own rhythm. You don't have to follow my rhythm as long as you've got the idea. Breathing in. Following the chi through the energy center line from crown to belly. As you're breathing out, condensing that luminous light into a pool of concentrated chi radiating out into the universe. So it's getting brighter, brighter, brighter as you turn up your smile. Breathing out. Let's do 2 more breaths. In. And breathing out, condensing, condensing, turning up your smile, seeing the chi getting brighter, brighter, brighter as you condense it into a little ping pong ball or bouncing ball or pearl of light. And last breath. Condensing, condensing as you breathe out. Let your smile grow bigger, bigger, bigger. And then as you breathe out, just raise your hands. Let's gather the chi. Just breathing normally now. And breathing out. Let the hands float down. Feel a wave moving from the head down through the body. And gently let the hands touch the knees. We're going to do that 3 times. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Placing the hands over the belly, we're going to rub it. We're going to move the hands to the left, down, to the right, up. And just rubbing the belly to the left, down, to the right, up. As if you've eaten a big, satisfying chi meal. Smiling to the belly, rubbing your Buddha belly. Feel that the chi is spiraling and turning, or it's like you're stirring a pot of soup or stew. All the different energies from the different organs, all mixing together to make this beautiful sauce of chi. We call it Jing or essence. Jing later on we convert to Chi and then to Shen. And allow the hands to come and rest either over the navel or just below the navel, 3 fingers below the navel. And just take a moment to drop the mind out of the head again, through the chest, and rest in the belly. Breathing completely naturally, let go of the breath. And if you want, you can just imagine a ball of light pulsing. On the in-breath, expanding and condensing. So it's almost as if the chi, the heart of the lower dantian, the chi in the lower dantian is breathing with your breath, naturally synchronized. Big smile on your face. And then when you're ready to engage again, just bring the hands to the knees, open your eyes. So this is a really fantastic breathing technique to help convert, all our life force is developed in the belly. We convert our food, the liquids that we drink, the oxygen that we breathe, all combine to release ATP, which then combusts into electromagnetic energy that runs through the body. And really, this is a really fantastic, these 3 breathing techniques are really fantastic for charging your biological battery and just re-energizing your entire energy system. And being able to do this breathing technique for just a few minutes is fantastic. If you can do it for 15 minutes, even better. The minute you start doing this technique for anything from half an hour to an hour, you will really start to feel the chi, especially if you really concentrate your efforts and really focus your attention. You'll feel amazing benefits thereafter.